I do have 2 t-shirts. One of them has a tiny little thing. Hey, my name is Katya Gorbacheva, formerly bodybuilder, currently powerlifter. I'm a coach with TotalBodyLab, together with Alexei Bakharev, and we train women how to be strong, and we teach vegans how to be strong. So, today I am at the Ladies of Steel. Finally competing myself. Finally, it's not one of my clients, but it's me. So I'm gonna try to do my best. If everything goes well, I should get 1,000 pound total at least. But if not, then at least 950. So yeah, hoping for some PRs. Most excited about bench. Bench has improved significantly since October, probably the most significant percentage-wise, and maybe a couple extra kilos on squat and deadlift compared to last time.
What's your weight?
Oh, straight to the chase. Okay. My weight this morning was 71.8 kilos. I don't know what that's in pounds, but probably around 160. I'm competing in 165 kilo weight category, or 165 pounds or 75 kilos. Yeah, I don't normally check whoever signed up for the same meet as me, whoever is competing like right before me. I don't watch the people who go into the platform right before me. I don't think it is gonna psych me out too much, but like maybe it will get me thinking about them and not me. So at the meet, I just focus on myself. I try to not get distracted, and you know, it's just me and the barbell. There's nothing else. Nothing else exists. Right? Me, my hands, some chalk, some face slaps, and the barbell. So yeah, I do watch people who go right after me, because that's usually fun, and they're usually stronger, right? The weight on the bar goes from small to large, so we go up. And today, there's some Maria chick who's super strong. I just checked lifting cast when people are putting in their openers, so I'm gonna be watching her. I'm gonna be super excited to see her. She's really strong, and I haven't met her yet.
How it look like you're warming up?
I just foam rolled. I brought a band, so I'm just gonna do some joint rotations, you know, full range of motion. Same thing with the back, same thing with the legs, knees, ankles. I'm probably gonna chill for just a second and then start warming up, because when I start warming up, like, we're gonna warm up, hit some hit the weights here in the warm-up area, hit the barbells, and go around on the platform. I don't like to warm up too early and then just kind of stay in this agitated state, like, no. So I'm just gonna chill for like another half an hour.
Some people don't like warming up. What do you say about it?
I say you should warm up unless you want to get injured. Your fascia is, if your fascia is cold, your muscles are cold. It's not gonna be fun to lift, right? Like, fascia is like what encapsulates your muscles. Like, think about it as a plastic bag or plastic wrapping. It's different texture than your muscles, so at least you need to roll it out. You know, you can massage yourself a little bit, but I guess foam rolling is the easiest. I also have a lacrosse ball, so I'm gonna go behind the wall, and you're gonna see me like twerking the wall. I'm gonna be with the ball up against the wall, so you're gonna see me do that in a moment. And usually people who don't know there's a ball behind my back, they're like, why is she like rubbing her back against the wall like a bear? Well, because I'm warming up my erectors. I'm warming up my top of the glutes.
When they say racket, take pull. And you can, you're not gonna hurt. Usually, like, especially if the other person on that side doesn't grab it and like push up like that.
We need to know about your lifting bag.
Okay, what's in my lifting bag? You do need to know. So these are inzers, knee sleeves, like the most important piece of equipment. Oh, I'm doing it backwards.
What brand? Inzer.
Inzer,
oh,
yeah.
It's not just advertisement of Inzer.
Oh my god. Yeah, see?
They don't pay us.
No,
unfortunately,
we're not sponsored by Inzer or anybody else. I'm only sponsored by whoever is sponsoring Plant Built, the team that I compete on, the largest vegan athletic team in the world, I think. So we're gonna go to Mr. America and crush it there, but outside of those sponsors, I just have some affiliate codes and that's it, I guess. But anyways, I got knee sleeves from Inzer.
Just one question. What do you think about stiffness?
Yes.
What
do I think about stiffness of these? Well, I like it. I'm gonna say that I thought my legs were gonna fall off first time that I put them on. My thighs were cramping because they just choked the crap out of my thighs. Like, I have thick thighs. And before I was using, I think, Stoic knee sleeves and some other stuff, but these are insane. Like, I did not hit depth the first time I squatted under them because they're so stiff. So I don't know how these are still legal, but they are, so everybody's using them, so I will. It's not hard to put them on. Surprisingly, people struggle to put them on and off. I don't know how, but I don't. And these are the right size, so I'm in between the sizes. I think I'm in between, let's see what size these are. These are smalls.
Small.
And I'm in between small and medium, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna get smalls because people say you should get them tighter, but they're still not really tight, so I was considering extra small, but they fit fine. Like, I don't think I need to, you know, suffer.
Okay. So, the next
thing, those are my lifting shoes. Those are from Notorious Lift.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, normal socks. Socks with hot sauce, very important. Hot socks.
Oh my.
I think they add kilos. If it's hot, it adds kilos. Yeah, I also really like the shoes from Lifting Large. Did not bring those today, they're cheaper. And I think they're thinner than these, like the sole is thinner. So with these, it's also pretty thin, you know, they're pretty bendy and flexible. But with Lifting Large, they're so thin, you can see holes through the sole. Yeah, this one you see, it's a little bit like rigid, slight elevations, but they're really good shoes. And if you can't get this brand, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of knockoffs that looks just like it, so you should be fine getting them. My wrist straps are from A7. I do also have Inzers, and I really like the stiff Inzer long wrist straps. I forgot the name, but these are medium stiffness, medium length. I do like them a lot. What else do I have? Ah, this is my hoodie. This is what's gonna keep me warm, and it's from my team. Hey!
Hey, vegan.
I know, yeah? How do we get the protein? Yeah, so very excited to represent.
Yeah.
I'm also curious, if you see other vegans here, let me know, because I don't know other vegans who compete in this competition today. If there are, it's fantastic, and I want to meet them. Okay, what else is here? Oh, I got my shirt after the competition's done from my coaching company, right? TotalBodyLab. So, I'm gonna represent after. I didn't submit this to be like a logo with USAPL, just because it doesn't matter too much. Like, I can wear it on the platform if I submit, but I'll just wear it off the platform now that I didn't, so it doesn't matter. I'll just wear a black t-shirt.
Okay.
My deadlift socks are literally like the just thin medical grade compression socks, I think, but yeah, they're just super thin socks, so the barbell slides along them pretty easily. Belt is from Rogue, and unfortunately it's not vegan. Unfortunately it's, I think, cow leather, but it's reused, so I do feel better about using this because one of my friends just had it, and she was like, Katya, you are an athlete, right? I have a belt for one of y'all lifting things, and I was like, all right, And she's like, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of it. And I was like, all right, you can get rid of it here. And she just gave it to me. So it's a good belt. It's prong belt, right? It's not a lever, as you can see, but I do like it somehow. I also have an Inzer lever belt that is forever old, and it's really good, but the holes on this one and on the Inzer, I think they're slightly offset, right? So this one fits me perfect right now, so I just wear them interchangeably, whichever one fits me better. Because you know how some belts have like diagonal holes? Or like Titan now has a buckle that you don't have to reset it. You can literally like adjust without resetting the actual lever. So I didn't get it, but I have two belts, just in case. What else? Deadlift straps for warm-ups. Super thin elastic band to warm up shoulders, and a 25-pound band to also warm up back, chest, shoulders, anything else that I need. And I think this wraps my lifting bag.
Okay. Is it expensive equipment for powerlifting?
It's not cheap, but it's not really expensive, especially if you get reused, and you can get a lot of good equipment reused. Like this t-shirt is from a thrift store, you know, it's $10. It's just a black t-shirt. It's like, it doesn't matter. My singlet, oh yeah, my singlet is probably the most expensive thing here. It's from Virus. And it was like $110 or $120, but it's fantastic. Like, it's really thin, but the thighs, this is instead of a band, right? So this is a thicker material that doesn't ride up, so it doesn't like give me a wedge here or cut my crotch in half, you know. And it's super thin, like here where you normally sweat, or like around the back. So I have Inzer as well, but Inzer is like so thick, and it also is really short on me. I feel like it's gonna cut me in half. You know, long-wise, so. This one actually looks really good. I don't understand how some girls are like, oh, I look terrible in singlets. Nah, I mean, I think this looks
fine. It's not your first competition?
No, I think it's my 10th. I lost track. I lost count.
Why did you choose powerlifting?
Well, if you backtrack, I really didn't think great about my body when I was younger, so I never thought I could be an athlete. You know, I was a nerd, and I started lifting in college, kind of, sort of, and then lifted after college a little bit heavier. It was like my getaway from the jobs and all of the other things. Like, I wasn't interested in going out and partying too much. Like, I'll go out every once in a while with friends, but you can't do that every day, and it's not interesting. So working on yourself is more interesting, right? So I started training more and more, and kind of sort of powerlifting style, but no program, no coach. And then happened to do a bodybuilding show when I just found a vegan bodybuilding coach, and I was like, all right, I guess I just want to lose weight, but she wants me to go on stage. So I did a couple bodybuilding shows and realized it's not sustainable to stay super lean. It's really frustrating to just diet for half a year, but I do like the lifting aspect. Oh, and just being on stage and all the bedazzled bikinis and the makeup and the hair and the heels. Like, I'm an athlete. Why am I supposed to look like a Barbie? It doesn't make any sense, right? So I just wanted to keep lifting, stay healthy, stay strong, stay vegan, and be an example for other women who want to lift and other vegans who want to get strong. So I stayed at it, and just now lift for fun and for strength, which is a lot more sustainable than bodybuilding, you know. You're gonna eat a lot, you can train a lot, recover well, that's all you need to do, and have fun on the platform. Yeah, bikini was a pain in the ass, honestly. It was like literally dieting for half a year, right? Training and dieting and cardio on top of that. Running around with Tupperware everywhere. Like, no social life, because you go anywhere, people are enjoying their drinks and their food, and you look at it and you wanted to because you're literally starving. It's so bad. It's so frustrating. I was really depressed after the show. Oh yeah, and after the show, you think that like, oh, if you get like to look like a magazine cover, if you step on the stage and then get a prize, like you're gonna be super happy, but you actually don't. You feel the same, and you're like, oh, so now I look super shredded, and I have the trophy. But like my life is still the same, my mental health is still the same, everything is the same. But now I have an eating disorder on top of it. So like it took me a while to get rid of eating disorders and body image disorders after bodybuilding. And I don't know a lot of people with body image and eating disorders in powerlifting, so it's just a very empowering sport where performance is the goal, not looks, which is very healthy. It's a healthy attitude, right? If you look around, there's people of all sizes, from all backgrounds, you know, all skin colors, like, and it doesn't matter. If you lift the barbell, you did it. If you didn't lift the barbell, that's all right, try again. Very healthy approach.
Some people say that powerlifting is not women. What do you think about it?
I mean, some people think women shouldn't vote and shouldn't work too, and shouldn't get education. So it's probably the same people thinking women can't or shouldn't get strong, or maybe they're terrified that we're going to take a little more space. But I think everybody should be strong, regardless what they have in their pants, penis or vagina. I've literally met people at the weigh-ins. She was 78.
78.
She was 78 years old, and she was like, oh yeah, just hang out here with my with my daughter-in-law. Yeah, she's Adriana's daughter-in-law, mother-in-law. So I met Adriana, and she's not competing. I think she's just handling. I forgot the lady's name, but yeah. At one of my other competitions, I met one of my clients' dad, who is not just 74, but also like vegan, grandpa, and he got into powerlifting like in his 70s. He got into the sport in his 70s to make his grandchildren take his example, because they weren't lifting weights. So his granddaughter found me as a local vegan coach and started training with me, and then she introduced me to him, and it became full circle, you know, super fun.
We're basically just going to go over the general rules. If at any point in time you need something or have specific rule questions, Liza, she's the blonde in the back, she will answer.
Apples are carbs, right? So according to keto people, this makes you fat. Bananas, apples, you know, watch out. Potatoes, very dangerous. I'm just on the verge of not fitting through the door.
What is it?
Pre-workout. At least I'm not dry scooping it. And mouth guard. When I went to the dentist once, they were like, oh, athlete. And I was like, I'm wearing clothes, like, how can you see? And they were like, your teeth are ground up. So apparently, I grind my teeth. So I use this.
And then the spotters and modals will help you put it back into the rack, okay? 3 commands.
Oh, okay. Platform one? Yeah. It's like an extra workout to put on knee sleeves. But they do well. They serve me well.
Looks good?
Yeah. Best. Woo!
judges say 2-to-1 good lift for Ekaterina. She was called on the side.
Be aggressive. Hit that bar.
Ekaterina taking 167.5 kilos on 2, and Melissa got 3 white lights on 1. Bar is getting loaded for Olivia over here on 1.
You're in control. Pick it up. Fight! All the way, all the way. Fight, fight, fight!
Bar loaded for
I have just 30 seconds. What do you feel about your
It's
squat?
phenomenal. I mean, so far I took second attempt, PR'd by 2.5 kilos. It feels great. Looking forward to the third attempt. I would like to credit my wonderful boyfriend for attempt selection because he filmed me, and within the 60 seconds that I had to select my third attempt, he showed me like exactly my lift. So I was like, oh, it actually came out faster than I thought. So.
getting the bar loaded here on. Let's go. Third attempt, 172.5 kilos.
Got it. Your bar, you're in control. Yes, get aggressive.
Getting the bar ready for Selena on 1. Let's go. Strong walkout.
You got it.
Bars loaded for Selena. All right, Ekaterina, let's go. She said no. Come on.
Tell me a couple words about your bench press warming up.
Yeah, I mean, bench is my most progressed lifts. I'm very excited for it. So
Let's go.
I just benched 40, 50, 60, 70 kilos. I'm gonna take a 80 kilo attempt here for warming up and proceed to the platform. I'm pretty sure they just put the bench up for the second platform. They're lagging a little bit after the first one. And we're ready to rock and roll. So I'm gonna shoot for 87.5, 92.5, 97.5 kilos. I don't know what that is in pounds, sorry y'all. It should be like 15-ish? No clue. But yeah, very excited.
Bar loaded for Sydney. REE, free month banner gets raffled off at the end of the competition. People take pictures with it before we take it down and give it to you.
Come on, all the way.
1 ticket for 5 tickets for.
Today also, she has 3 squats. She's open to go.
For the deadlift.
What's wrong with your bench press last?
What's wrong with your bench press, man? Well, I haven't done pauses for a while, I guess. So the first one, even the first one was, you know what I mean? I didn't jump the command, but I was close. So just need to do more pause bench and more leg drive. Everything else was fine. The pause killed me, so it's alright. Just gotta get stronger. Fucking cross the barbell.
Why do you prefer sumo style?
Because I have these long and beautiful legs. I mean, honestly, my my deadlift is the same, conventional or sumo, just kind of easier for the back. So in conventional, my back is a lot more stiff after, more sore, and like I already have a hernia. I don't want to get more injured. Like I've had a hernia forever. Since before lifting and not because of lifting, I've just had it and I still have it. So, you know, more legs. Also sumo deadlift is one of the best exercises for adductors. Like I can see adductor definition even now with all of the body fat percent that I have, which is insane. So, yeah.
When people say that only conventional style is real deadlift.
That's fine, I'll pull conventional. Like I said, I can pull both. My max is about the same in both. So I don't really care. I even joked with my coach like, oh, maybe we should pull conventional in the next meet, just for the hell of it. And she was like, what, are you lazy to stretch now? And I was like, it's okay, I'll stretch. No, like, fine. So, yeah, I would say conventional. It's harder on the back. It could be real for some people, but if you are flexible enough to do sumo and it's allowed, why not? It could give you some benefits. Just stretch and pull sumo.
These people respect you.
These people respect me?
Yeah, yeah. Because you need both of styles of deadlift.
Yeah. Be a versatile lifter.
Yeah.
Do everything. Be able to run, be able to climb, be able to do Olympic lifting, freaking any other sport, basketball, football, powerlifting, doesn't matter. Like, you need to be a multi-functional human being. It's more fun that way.
This platform 1 is the picture-taking platform. Go to the back for the raffle. Go to the back for the raffle. Bars loaded for Ekaterina.
Thank you. PR and deadlift.
Oh my!
We're going for this one next. So let's see. It's very wonderful. Come on. To be able to pull a bar with locks, like real locks, right? And 3 red plates, just so beautiful. I've only pulled that off of blocks before.
Is it hard for you, your second attempt, or no?
What's up?
Is it hard for you, your second attempt, or no?
No, I get tired by the 3rd attempt, but I feel like now that I have a handler, it's a whole different story. You know, usually I'm alone at meets, but now I have a wonderful powerlifting boyfriend. He's here to help. Like, I handled him at his meet 2 months ago, and he's handling me now, so I love it.
Fine, bud.
Yes! PR by 10 kilos? Okay.
Let's go, Tam.
Killed it.
Second place, Miss Simi Lee.
So, today is a great day, and what's your expression? What's your feeling about your meet today?
I'm pretty happy. It was really weird because the lift that I thought I would do well at, I didn't do well at, right? I thought I was gonna totally crush bench, and it just met my last meet PR from October, which is 87.5 kilos. In the gym, I did, you know, 90, 91, 92, 95, no problem. So I was thinking of doing like 92.5 and 97.5 kilos, but didn't budge when I paused, so, you know. But I was kind of iffy about deadlift. Yeah, my problem is if I get impatient and I go off the floor really fast, then I'm like the pooping dog, like with my hunchback at the top, and I just can't lock out. I'm just like in here, and it's really nasty, and I know this, you know, so maybe it comes with experience. I think shaking the bar before I start really helps me like set my back and just have it steady and kind of engage my quads, engage everything, and then I just go up. So deadlift was really confident. I did 182.5 kilos, which is like 403 pounds, I think, but probably had more. That's what the coach and that's what the boyfriend say, and I guess we'll try more in the next meet in August.
What about squat?
Squat is 2.5 kilo PR, 162.5 kilos. I don't know what's that in pounds. 370, something like that.
What's your exercise favorite today?
Deadlift. Surprise, deadlift. Yeah, deadlift is a 10 kilo PR. Like, holy crap.
Your favorite exercise was bench press.
Like my last 3 months, my favorite exercise was bench because it feels like it's the most improved lift. So yeah, crazy. Oh, my future plans. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna do whatever for the next week or so because my next planned meet is October. It's Mr. America, October 9th, something like that, with my team Plant Build, with the vegan team. And until then, I didn't really have plans. I didn't really have plans to compete today, but my coach was like, you gotta do more than one meet a year. Like, come on, you're gonna lose the feeling of the platform. And I was like, okay, I've competed a bunch, but sure, if you say that, like, let's go. And it's been a really fun meet, only ladies. So they told me that there's another only ladies meet in August. It's called something Lioness. So anyways, I'm gonna sign up for that.
So why did you choose USAPL federation?
I kind of started competing with it. I told you how I started competing with it, right? Like I was coaching a dude from my gym, and like we were dating, and he was like, all right, I'm going to the meet. If you're coming with me, like you may as well sign up. So I just signed up for the same meet, and then kind of just kept rolling with USAPL. I think a lot of people did it that I know did it because the rules were a little stricter. So it's like the most restrictions, you know, on the weigh-in, on the form, on the technique in terms of, you know, locking out and commands and everything. And of course, I am vegan and I'm natty, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to go compete with people who are untested. So I do like a lot of restrictions. It works in my favor well. Why do I always get drug tested? Because I usually place top 3. I usually place like second or first, depending on who shows up, right? If some champion shows up, of course I place second, but normally like I either win a 75 kilo weight category or like a place second. So normally I think drug testing is supposed to be random, but it's kind of random among the strongest lifters. And it does make sense, right? Actually, this was probably the meet where I had the most competition throughout my lifting career, which is amazing because it was a girls only meet. So, like I said, I usually place second or first. Today I placed third. crazy. Like it was awesome that I placed third, that I could, you know. So really awesome competitions, kicked my ass, and I do enjoy it. It's kind of no fun when you show up and people are like, oh, okay, she's gonna win, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I beat everybody with my openers, like now what? It's not really motivational. Yeah, the level was pretty good. It was 80 competitors, 2 platforms, so it's not like the tiniest meet. There's lifters from all over the country. Like the girl who took first, she was from Seattle. I think her parents just moved here, so she is probably gonna stay here, compete here. But the coolest thing is, like, she's 20 years old. She's so strong already. Like her DOS were what, 530?
529.
Yeah, 529 change. Like it's insane. She's 20 years old and she beat everybody by this much. Like so crazy. So yeah, pretty experienced competitors. I know maybe like a quarter of the people who are here just from being around, you know, North, South Carolina, lifting communities and meets and gyms. But a lot of new faces.
Why did you choose powerlifting?
I chose powerlifting by accident because I like to eat, as you can see. I'm not a very skinny person, and I used to have like body image issues, body dysmorphia all my life. Competing in bodybuilding I thought was like a holy grace of feeling good about yourself, but it wasn't, and it wasn't sustainable for me. But powerlifting is fun, is sustainable. I can do it when I travel. Powerlifting gyms are just all over the world. They're easy to find. In the end, like, you just need a barbell and a combo rack. You don't need that much. You can do it in your garage, you know what I mean? So it's a very versatile sport, and it's a good foundation for other sports, right? If you want to do literally anything after this, if you want to do Olympic lifting, CrossFit, I don't know, even bodybuilding, if you want to do strongman, they all powerlift, or at least I feel like the best athletes, they have some sort of a solid lifting foundation with the free weight, with the barbell. So after the pandemic, when a bunch of my bodybuilding shows for figure got canceled and I was so close to stage, I was like, all right, it's not worth it staying lean, so I'm just gonna gain weight and like freaking lift. And I mean, I gained strength really quickly. I was already kind of strong, but not like strong enough to win anything here. Yeah, and then I just competed once and got second in my first meet, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm kind of strong. And it's just a very empowering thing. Plus, I'm vegan. I don't know a lot of vegan girls who lift. I feel like everybody that I know is already on my team, you know, is already on Plant Build, and I know them through the internet or in person, or we have seen each other at a Veg Fest. So it's a huge activism thing for me. You know, when people see that I'm vegan, they're like, oh, okay, whatever. But I don't just go and advertise it like, oh yeah, have you tried veganism? Hello, just like knock on their door. Like the evangelicals, like I don't do that. I do that through just existing and sharing and posting what I do. So I coach and teach other girls and other vegans how to get strong. And I do this myself, you know, I walk the walk and I talk the talk. So people can't say anything like, oh, vegans are weak, or like, where do you get your protein? Like, I'm one of the strongest girls at my gym. I was one of the strongest girls in the previous gym and the one before. So numbers talk for me. And then when people figure out that I'm vegan, they're like, oh, actually you can be compassionate and be good to the environment and like more healthy, like less cholesterol, less waste. My cholesterol improved significantly, like the LDL dropped 3 times since I started veganism, so I wasn't planning on dropping it. So yeah, powerlifting is an activism thing for me.
Some people says we don't have enough time for gym.
Okay. I have trained people who were Muslim and they had to observe Ramadan. They could still train. We figured it out with the nutrition plan and the lifting. I have trained people who are mothers of 2, have 2 jobs. I've trained people who travel every week for whatever they need for business trips. One of the girls that I train currently, she's actually competing soon. She's a CPA. So when there was a taxes period, like she was like, I can't do workouts that are longer than an hour. We crunched it. She won her last meet. I'm pretty sure she's going to win the next one. So I'm going to say, if you have excuses, that's great. You're going to find a way to lift if it's important to you. But of course, it's a very privileged thing to be able to lift, to, you know, have a car to get to the gym, to have access, to have a gym in your area, to know people who lift. Like, for example, I train an Indian guy, nobody in his family, like, he goes back home and he's like, it's insane. Like, in India, just sports are only kind of sort of getting popular. There's just not enough gyms, but they usually don't swim, like, there's no pools, so it's not really a thing. It hasn't been a thing for a lot of people, I guess, percentage-wise, percentage population-wise. So we're really fortunate and privileged here in the US to have like so many gyms. I'm from a city of 7,500 people, right? 7,500 people, and we have multiple gyms to choose from.
In a village?
Yeah, in my freaking village. Like, that's not the case for a lot of other countries or places. So we're really lucky. And if you have that next to you, or if you have a garage where you know, have enough cash laying around to just get a barbell and some weights and a combo rack instead of, like, I don't know, a slightly more expensive car, it's a no-brainer what to do for me. Yeah, if you want to just not necessarily power lift, but kind of get fitter, get better looking, or get stronger, whatever your goals are, of course you can talk to me. I don't only train vegans, I train omnivores, I train meat eaters. I don't care, because I'll take your diet and give you a plan based on what you already eat. You know, I have my values, you have yours, so my job is not to, like, convert you into something that I believe. It never works, right? If you're curious about what I do, I can share, but I write meal plans by macros, by macronutrients, macros and calories, and I can give recipe suggestions and based on what your preferences are. So weight loss is usually based on food, right? And a little bit on lifting. Strength is based on how you lift and how you train. So training programs, again, I write for everybody. I think starting from 14 years old. Yeah, I think that was the youngest person that I've had. The oldest person that I've trained is 68, and she was learning how to do pull-ups. She originally wanted to lose some weight. She lost the weight, and she was like, oh, that doesn't motivate me anymore. So I noticed that a lot with women. Like, everybody wants to lose 20 pounds. 20 pounds is for everybody. 10, 20 pounds. Oh, I want to fit into my high school jeans. And then she does, and it's like, oh, cool. It's like, I'm not that much more happy. I'm not that much different. So let's actually set a performance goal. And I think that's where it starts, you know? When you have a performance goal, when you want to bench your body weight, do X amount of push-ups, or do a pull-up. Like, I have a bet right now with a former military girl who used to run marathons that she's gonna be able to do a pull-up in a year. Like, she signed up to lift with me for a year. And I'm like, girl, you're gonna be able to do this by the end of summer. And she's like, no, I don't believe you. Like, so we shook on it, and I think she's gonna go way further than that, but it doesn't matter, man or woman, the lifting regimen, you can find ways that fits you based on your injuries and based on your equipment, home or gym. So if, yeah, you can absolutely talk to me. Send me your lifting videos, ask the questions. My Instagram and website handles should pop up somewhere here so people know where to reach me. Yeah, you can find me on, just Google my name on the internet, Katya Gorbacheva, Katya Gorbacheva, vegan powerlifter, one of the strongest vegan women in the world. I don't know how I rank, because, like, there's no only vegan rankings of lifters, but not a lot of vegan girls lift, I guess, right? They do yoga and run, and it's not bad necessarily, but a lot of, I think, plant-based eaters watch for longevity, and strength sports haven't been entered as much by vegans, but it's coming. We're changing that. So anyways, people can find me on TotalBodyLab.com, which is my coaching company, on KatyaGorbacheva.com, which is just where you can pick your coaching plan and go with it. I usually prefer that you guys schedule a consultation with me before, because I can tell you if I can actually solve your problems, or maybe you should talk to, like, a therapist instead. People want for me to solve their depression and everything that their weight or weakness delivers, and, like, I'm not that person, you know. I'm not a doctor, I can't prescribe anything. So yeah, find me on those two websites, find me on Instagram, it's Gorbacheva E. I respond pretty much daily. and my email should be on one of the websites. Advice to beginner lifters. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. If you have signed up for your first meet and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna break a state record, I'm gonna like win, I'm gonna crush it. And you're like about to get injured, you're going so hard, maybe just take it a notch down, because you don't wanna, a state record is not worth getting injured for. Nothing is worth getting injured for. But like especially some state records. National records, okay, big deal. But I mean, people beat them all the time. So I would say focus on longevity, do your mobility, do your PT, do not disregard what your coach tells you, because if you have a solid coach, they probably know more than you and they're probably bringing you in the right direction. Or if you don't like your coach, switch. Train with multiple different people who have different, I guess, training ideologies, right? Train with like a huge meathead, train with a vegan, train with a person who, you know, has trained strongmen and Olympic lifters, train with a person who's trained CrossFitters. Like the more versatile you are, I think we've talked about it before, the better, more functional lifter you will be. Yes, it is, some people would argue, I think, with this. Like some people think if you start powerlifting, you should only do that, you shouldn't run, you shouldn't do anything else. But I guess longevity and health-wise, research shows that multidisciplinary athletes have the least amount of injuries and the best like bones, less hernias, better spine health. So I'm all for that. I'm all for lifting for years, for a lifetime, hopefully. So yeah, don't quit. Just chill out, stay consistent, don't get frustrated. If you have an up, if you have like a PR and a PR high, you're so happy, just expect there's gonna be a down. There's always gonna be a down. Like you're gonna feel low at some point. The work is gonna get overwhelming. You can travel, you're gonna like, I don't know, maybe have a baby or something else, move, lose access to your gym, pandemic, everything can happen. But you can always get back to it, and you always can recover your strength so much faster if you have already got to some level. So don't quit. Lifting is always there for you for whatever the anger you need to take it out in the gym. So healthy.
Tonight it goes alive.